Here we go. Beautiful.
Good evening and welcome to this special live stream from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and my partner in crime, Sports Talk with Austin, as we go over our reaction to the 2025 NFL schedule release. And as the title says, who's going to shine in the primetime spotlights? But also, of course, we're going to be going over our take on the other schedule notes, like who's going to be playing in Brazil, who's going to be playing in England, the Thanksgiving games, Christmas Day games, and so on and so forth. And let me tell you something, you're going to be in for a wild ride. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, Jackson. I'm excited. I mean, the NFL schedule release is always one of the best times of the year. You find out where your team's going to play, who gets to play on Thanksgiving. You know, obviously, as a Cowboys fan, we always have the most primetime games. So I look forward to seeing who we're playing on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night. And I'm sure as a Titans fan, with getting the number one pick at Cam Ward, we're going to talk about that. I'm sure the Titans are going to be in the spotlight, but I'm doing pretty good.
Well, I appreciate you saying it, but I just want to get through 2025 as a Titans man.
But to start us off, Jackson, it's an NFL tradition, and it happens every year where the Super Bowl champions drop the banner the opening Thursday night of the season. And Jackson, what a classic way to start the banner night. Cowboys, Eagles, one of the greatest rivalries in sports when the Eagles drop the banner. Now, as a Cowboys fan, I'm going to try to keep my bias out of this, but I'll let you speak on this first.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm curious to see what the new era for the Cowboys will be, because like they're not going to be having Mike McCarthy, but their new head coach. Let's see what he could do for Dallas in his first year. And even if the Cowboys are pulling off the upset over the Eagles, that doesn't automatically mean, oh, it's a success automatically. We got to see what's happening the rest of the year for 2025. But of course, the Cowboys Eagles, as you stated, goodbye, is a classic rivalry. As for the Eagles, well, they're gonna want to put a beat down on Dallas. But if Dallas is upset in Philly, that's a huge start for the 2025 season for Dallas.
And the biggest news that came is George Pickens is now officially a Cowboy. So we're going to, right out the gate, we're going to see how good the Cowboys and Eagles both are. We're going to see who's legit and who's not, who's all talk and who's all stuff. And Jackson, as a Cowboys fan, I love this. What a better way to make a statement to show that you are legit than to play the Super Bowl champions on opening night. The Eagles are going to drop the banner, and we have a chance to ruin banner night. I love it. And I'm sure if the roles were reversed, the Eagles would feel the exact same way. So
I agree.
I'm excited.
Well, and there's one scheduling note I've noticed about them boys.
What's that?
They're going to get to play on Thanksgiving night and Christmas Day. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. And I'm also looking at their schedule for 2025. So they've got Monday Night Football against the Cardinals. Then they got Monday night against the Raiders. So they're playing twice on Monday night. They're going to play 4 times on Thursday night. Because, I mean, we know they're playing on Thanksgiving. Because, I mean, that's the Thanksgiving tradition. The Cowboys playing on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But the week after that, but you know, for Thanksgiving, they're playing against the Chiefs. That'll be on CBS, I believe.
Yes, CBS at 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 Central. It's a tradition.
There we go. And you know, and a week later, they're going to play the Lions on Amazon Prime. Do us a solid. Don't make Al Michaels depressed. Don't upset him.
So, I mean, it should be a fun game. Al Michaels, should enjoy Cowboys Lions. I mean, I
If you
feel
get
like
him
that's going to be a
if you
pinball
get him
mission.
talking about an old story, get him talking about where he called Alabama Penn State from 1981 where Bear Bryant got his 314th win. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, though,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Well, and I'll say this too, Jackson. I, like honestly, Jackson, you couldn't have picked a better game, I think, to open the season. I mean, looking at it from a Cowboys perspective, obviously being a Cowboys fan, I love this. Looking at it from an unbiased perspective, trying to take my blinders off, I think this is maybe one of the best matchups you could ask for to open the year up because we're going to see George Pickens and CD opposite of the Eagles secondary. We're going to see Jalen Hurts when the lights are on the brightest. Dak's coming back healthy. We're going to see what this is made of. It's put up or shut up. We're going to see what we're all about. But I will say this though, Jackson.
and we got a question for Dave Belinsky. I believe we'll just be talking football tonight.
Yes, just football tonight, Dave. But we will
But
get to
I
basketball.
will say though, congratulations to those Timberwolves, though.
Yes, very, very, very exciting for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Could not have asked for a better back-to-back trips to the conference finals. And my prediction of the Timberwolves going to the NBA finals is looking pretty good. But
Well, hell, you called it. I mean, it's like you got them going, rolling. I mean, it's like you're the same guy that had Florida getting 8 wins for 2024. So it's like, and it worked out just fine.
mm-hmm. But Jackson, you want to know what else is going to work out just fine? The Sunday night football schedule, the primetime game on NBC, and what a way to kick it off. Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen in Buffalo to kick off the 20th season of Sunday Night Football. What a better way to kick off their 20th anniversary.
Well, I like it, but the one I'm really focusing my energy on is the Thanksgiving matchup between Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson at
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving night.
Jackson, you want to know what's something? Lions Chiefs week 6 in Arrowhead, sign me up.
Oh yeah. But of course, it's not always going to be that same slate because, like, we will see a few of these games get flexed out to a different time zone. Like, that, something to look out for is Bengals, Dolphins, Bears, 49ers, um,
Yeah.
Steelers, Chargers. But
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like, I'm looking at the rules for Sunday Night Football.
Patriots Bills
Oh,
could
yeah.
be flexed out.
Yeah. Weeks 1 through 4 can't be flexed out, but weeks 5 through 10 can be flexed out twice. You can only use it twice. But weeks 11 through 17, you can do whatever the heck you want. Now, week 18, of course, is usually 2 Saturday games on ESPN Plus, ABC, ESPN.
And Sunday. And not to cut you off, but Sunday night football is normally the big game, the one that has the most implications on it, week 18.
Agreed.
So,
And
like for example, just for anybody that's new, like if the Titans and Jaguars are tied at 8 wins, that could be the Sunday night game for the division, where the winner wins the division and the loser's out. They've done that before, or they've done it a year past where the Titans could be out of the playoffs, but they could be a scenario where they help another team out, but to make sure, in all fairness, it's basically the best game they see fit for the value. But go ahead, good buddy. Didn't mean to cut you off. Go for it.
well, and see here is Super Bowl 60 is going to be aired on NBC. So that's
Yes.
going to be pretty sweet. Then we'll
Mm-hmm.
see, and for the 2026-2027 season, you'll see Super Bowl 61 on ABC, ESPN on Valentine's Day. So I mean, if you got a little something planned for Valentine's Day on that day, you better plan it quick. But that's 2026 problem. But we're talking about 2025. So the matchups I've really got my eye on, kind of raising an eyebrow to the Falcons Vikings, honestly. And
Penix versus McCarthy.
yeah, maybe that's why. I mean,
Patriots.
do they expect the Falcons to really win the NFC South?
Well, because not to cut you off, Jack, but the Falcons have got two of these slots. They've got them Minnesota week 2 and then against the Niners. So I'm wondering if they're a little hyped up on the Falcon juice, so to speak. Like if they think Raheem Morris and Michael Penix have gonna have something.
Yeah.
Another one that interests me, Jackson, is Packers Steelers. Interesting. I know it's a classic game, but is a possible Aaron Rodgers reunion in order that we don't know about?
Maybe.
I mean, like Steelers Chargers, that's going to be one of them probably 10-3, 10-6 games. I could see that being one of them games that a lot of people tune out for because it's probably going to be a defensive game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I really don't know what version of the Steelers we're gonna get by that time.
Broncos Commanders, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix in prime time.
Oh yeah, there we go. I was like, why are the Broncos? Oh right, they got Sean Payton and Bo Nix.
I mean, Jackson, what do you think about that? Bo Nix, Oregon, Jaden Daniels, LSU, back in prime time again. I think this is going to be a good test to see where both of them are at in their careers.
That is true. That is true. But I mean, I don't really like Patriots Bills on week 5. That screams we have nostalgia for the good old days of the Patriots.
Yeah, listen, I don't mind the Patriots. I never have, even during the Brady Belichick dynasty, except when they played the Cowboys. But I think a lot of it, Jackson, has to do with Drake May and the fact they traded for Diggs, and the Patriots seem to be putting pieces in place, and maybe they want to see, okay, let's throw Drake May a bone. Let's see what he can do when the lights are on the brightest.
I just don't see it for the Patriots, but that's just me. I do like the Lions Chiefs on week 6. That's pretty good.
Yes, a potential Super Bowl matchup incoming. Buccaneers Rams in SoFi before Thanksgiving. That could be fun.
Seahawks Commanders looks pretty good. I mean, I like that. But week 15, I guess I have to see more of the Cowboys by then.
Jackson, listen, I understand your skepticism, but we are America's team, so we will deliver good ratings.
America's team, nothing. I mean, it's like y'all got a new head coach. I got to see more of the Cowboys by then.
But in all seriousness, though, Bengals, Dolphins, I guess it's a slow week at the office.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, like, the Dolphins. All I ask them is to treat Tua right, because I'm not liking it.
Let me ask you this, Jackson, before we move on to the next slate of primetime games. Which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite?
My 3 favorite ones are the Bengals Ravens, Lions Chiefs, and the Ravens Bills.
Okay. So for me, it's Packers Cowboys.
Okay.
Lions Chiefs, and I'm really looking forward to Lions Eagles in Philly.
Yes, that's a good one. I mean, that looks like a potential NFC title game matchup. I mean, because
Mhm.
like something to remember for the NFC East, the last time we had a repeat champ in the East Division was in the mid 2000s in the Andy Reid era.
Yes,
Now,
it's been that long.
and I'm on record saying the Commanders win that division.
Yes, you've been very vocal about that. You have not shied away from that. Now, I gotta ask Jackson, which ones are you not looking forward to?
Oh,
I think.
that's a good one right there. Um, Falcons 49ers,
Mhm.
Bengals Dolphins, because I just don't like where the Dolphins are going by that time.
I I would say
Vikings Cowboys, I'm
eh,
kind of thinking maybe they're paying respect to maybe they're paying respect to the 75 playoffs. Like maybe that's what it is. Because I think that's why they're doing it.
I mean,
I'm because if you look back at the 1975 divisional playoffs for 19 between the Vikings and Cowboys, the Vikings were favored to win the NFC, right? They're
mhm,
there to just kick everybody's ass and take everybody's names like they're supposed to. This is the year they're gonna win the NFC and win the Super Bowl. Well, somebody forgot to tell Roger Staubach that. Because guess what he
mhm,
did? He threw a Hail Mary pass to Drew Pearson. So I'm
mhm,
thinking maybe that's why we're seeing the Cowboys Vikings in week 15. Because you remember in 2023 where they put the Raiders Jets on NBC and they put it as because we knew it was gonna be a crappy game. But here's the reason why they did it. It was the 55th anniversary of the Heidi game. And they
yes,
had the actress playing in that Heidi movie from 1968 giving
mhm,
a monologue talking about the history of that game. So I'm thinking maybe that's why they're having it. Like let's look at the 1975 playoffs, which that was December 27th, 1975. No, December 28th. And we're seeing the Cowboys Vikings in week 15. Now, let's look at the dates for week 15. That's December 11th through December 14th. Not quite the 50th anniversary, but they're still going to pay respect to it. I
mhm,
suspect that's what they're going to do. They're going to be having the living survivors of the 1975 Cowboys
mhm,
Vikings teams on there. So it's like, I was disliking this at first, but I'm talking myself into liking it now.
mhm.
But honestly, but back to what I dislike. Bears 49ers. I don't know where the Bears and Niners are at until then.
Uh-huh.
Bengals Dolphins,
Mhm.
Patriots Bills. That's obvious.
I would say for me, I would say Chiefs Giants don't really strike me.
I know, right?
Bengals Dolphins, and I don't like to do this, but Patriots Bills. I just think I think like you said, Jackson, they're living off the nostalgia of Bill Belichick and hoping Drake May and company can maybe put it together.
Somebody needs to tell the schedule makers they're not going to see Bill Belichick's girlfriend Jordan. So I don't think she's going to be there.
Well, Jackson, I'll say this too, good buddy. I, Here's my thing: if the Patriots are decent, I'll apologize, but if they get ran out of the building, I'm gonna be pissed. Pardon my language, but
You're good.
I will be. But Jackson, you want to know something? Before, why didn't I think of this to begin with, Jackson? You can't have those juicy Sunday night games without a little Thursday night appetizer to
Yeah.
kick you off. Why did I not think of this? So the
This
2020, real quick, the 2025 Amazon schedule, Jaden Daniels versus Jordan Love kicks us off. Al Michaels, they finally gave you a good one to start off. Go ahead,
okay.
good buddy.
This lineup looks a little better than recent years, honestly.
Yes. I mean, Bills, Texans, Cowboys, Lions, Niners, Rams. Oh gosh, the Jets and Patriots. Oh Lord.
Oh, jeez.
What did
Probably
Al Michaels do to deserve that?
are they trying to give him a stroke? Seriously?
Falcons, Buccaneers. That could be
They're gonna
fun.
they're gonna make Kirk Herbstreit cry. But on the bright side, he's gonna have his puppy dog with him, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks, Cardinals.
Dolphins, Bills. That come on, Amazon. See, Jackson. Here's what they did. They're like, stop whining. We'll give you Cowboys, Lions, Bills, Texans, Niners, Rams. Now hush and talk. Jets, Patriots. Here, shoot.
I'm gonna be seeing Tua get hurt on Amazon Prime, aren't I? Like,
I mean,
Amazon.
at least they gave us Commanders, Packers to open the season up, right?
Yeah, I mean that is nice, but it's. I mean, like last year we saw Dolphins, Bills. We saw Tua get hurt in that game.
Oh gosh.
In 2022, we saw like Dolphins, Bengals. Like when Tua really shouldn't have been playing, but he got hurt against the Bengals. Then he was making that little hand signal, all that. It was like so like the injury was so bad. Like you had like everyone in the news talking about freaking Crystal and Sagar from Breaking Points were talking about it. You know it's bad when you got Crystal and Sagar covering an NFL Thursday night event on Amazon Prime. You know it's bad. Like, do not make Tua Tagovailoa suffer anymore. That's why I'm asking of the Dolphins. It's like I don't want to see any more suffering on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this too, Jackson. Vikings, Chargers. I mean, that's not too bad of a game, I don't
JJ
think, right?
McCarthy versus Jim Harbaugh. That's pretty good. Raiders, Broncos. Who's more of a challenger in the AFC West? I mean, that's pretty good. Broncos, Chiefs. I
Mm-hmm.
like Christmas Day. Yeah. Wow. Matt, wow, we
Mm-hmm.
really are good. We really
Rams.
have been good boys, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Rams, Seahawks. Oh, go ahead.
Remember our
Oh,
conversation about the Raiders Chiefs, and I had a venting session to you about it 2 years ago on one of our famous
yes.
phone calls. But
Yeah.
then I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah. I'll say this, Jackson. Looking at this schedule, overall, it's better than it's a better product than it has been.
Yes.
I think we could both agree, Jackson. The best game on here is probably Cowboys Lions, maybe Bills Texans, right?
Well, Bills Texans is a pretty good matchup, but I like the Commanders Packers a little more. I mean, the 49ers Rams
Really?
pretty good. I like it. Harbaugh versus JJ McCarthy's pretty good, but
Yeah,
I just don't want to see Dolphins on Thursday Night Football anymore.
Jets Patriots is kind of like bleh. Like, did they not get the memo? Aaron Rodgers isn't coming back to the Jets. Did they get that memo?
Well, and
Eagles Giants. Oh gosh,
you know,
I just realized that. What in the world?
yeah,
Go ahead,
Eagles
buddy. Go ahead.
Giants
I'm
look
gonna
like
vomit.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll see a Miracle on Meadowlands 2025 edition. So maybe there's that. But
But that would be nice. But go
okay.
ahead, buddy.
But we're looking at weeks 13 through 17. Now we are going to be seeing an Amazon Prime Black Friday game on Black Friday. And that is going to be the Eagles and Bears, I believe. Let me go ahead and make sure I've got pulled up correct. Yep, Eagles not Bills, Eagles Bears. I'll be honest with you, Austin. I'll be making sure I've got the Amazon thing logged up on either my laptop or somewhere in the iPad. I'll be watching college football games on the TV for sure for Black Friday. So I know some people are not too happy about NFL football being on Black Friday, but me, I'm just like, more football the better. That's why I look at it.
So let me ask you this, Jackson. What game are you looking forward to? The games you're looking forward to the most, and which ones are you least not looking forward to?
The games I'm looking forward to the most are the Bills Texans and the Commanders Packers. And the games I'm not looking forward to the most are Jets Patriots and both of the Dolphins games on Amazon Prime, because like I'm just not like it, because I feel like I am gonna be I am gonna go unhinged on Twitter and Instagram, and if I'm seeing anything expect me to be unhinged on the Thursday night call-in show on Alabama with the Voice College Football if I'm seeing anything happen to Tua. Because I'm probably going to be swearing up a storm, and it's going to be like, what just happened?
I'll say my favorites, obviously, is Cowboys, Lions, Bills, Texans. I'm looking forward to Jackson's sneaky good game, but I'm looking forward to Falcons, Buccaneers, to be honest with you, in Tampa. Penix against Baker, Godwin, and Evans are back and healthy again. Tampa's defense, Atlanta builds something. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Game I'm least looking forward to is obviously Jets, Patriots, Eagles, Giants, and I'm really not looking forward to Raiders, Broncos. But I'm going to keep an open mind.
That's all right. Well, let's go back to the Amazon Prime schedule for a moment, shall we?
I got you. Nope.
Here we go.
We're hitting the same button. There we go.
So you can't flats weeks 2 through 12, but you can flats weeks 13 through 17, but it can only be used up to twice. So, but the schedule decision will be made 21 days prior to the game. So we're looking at the Thursday night games, weeks 14 through 17. Which games are most likely to be flats? Which games are most likely not to be flats in your mind?
Looking at this, honestly, Jackson, this is a pretty, I would say if I had to pick a candidate, Falcons, Buccaneers, or maybe Rams, Seahawks, just for the simple fact of the Seahawks could be really bad. Like, the Seahawks could be worse off than we thought, and they're like, oh, we made a mistake. Like, sorry, LA, but I know you're good for ratings, but we're out of here. Falcons, Buccaneers could get flexed out for the simple fact of the Falcons could regress. I mean, not regress. The Falcons could be not good as we thought they'd be, or the Buccaneers could regress, and Amazon's just like, okay, Al Michaels, you suffered enough. We made you call Jets, Patriots. Here, let me give you something good.
Exactly. And, it's like, because like, I don't think, because unfortunately, Jets, Patriots will not be flexed out. But I kind of feel like the game that's most likely to be flexed out is Falcons Buccaneers. Honestly, that's what I
Yeah, I
think.
can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Jackson. I feel like the two locks on this schedule, Cowboys, Lions, Bills, Texans, are kind of like the locks. I think that won't get flexed because more than likely those are going to be the best games.
Oh, Bills Texans won't get flats. That's week 12. But like Cowboys Lions won't get flats. I don't see
Mm-hmm.
obviously Broncos Chiefs are not getting flats because I mean it's like, no, we're not they're not gonna flats out a Christmas Day game like that. It's like no way. As sure as
Mm-hmm.
God's green apples on that tree, you're not seeing Broncos Chiefs get flats. Everybody wants. I can't help but feel
Mm-hmm.
like because you know how we got like the Cowboys Lions as the designated Thanksgiving teams.
Yes.
I feel like the Chiefs are that designated Christmas Day team that we're seeing every year.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this, Jackson. We talked about our Thursday and Sunday night plans, but you know something, Jackson? I'm not busy on Monday nights. What about you?
Now, when I get done with Crimson Tide Live and editing shows for Voice College Football, I'll be plopping my little butt down watching Monday Night Football.
Exactly. What a way to spend a Monday night with Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, and the entire crew with a Monday night football schedule. And we kick it off with the traditional double header. No, not double header. Excuse me. With Vikings Bears. And then we kick it off with the double header in week 2. And of course,
And we
Jackson,
get
I'm sure we'll go in details more about this, but normally Monday Night Football does not have this many doubleheaders, but since the CFP playoffs are now expanded, and the NFL is like, no, 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 you're not going to cheat our good fans. But what do you think, Jackson? Vikings Bears kick us off.
I gotta be honest. I got a feeling I'm gonna be staying up till 1 watching an NFL game. It's like that's something you don't hear. It's like you gotta stay up till 1 watching NFL. And that's especially with the Chargers Raiders for week 2. That's gonna be interesting to see. The Chiefs, right? The Chargers Raiders and the Buccaneers Texans. And and I think my eyes read correctly, but 9 p.m. Central Time,
Okay.
10 p.m. Eastern Time for week 7, where we got Texans Seahawks. That's going to be a late nighter, and that's on ESPN Plus. Yikes.
Okay. So, TV timeout here. Why in the world are we subjected to the Panthers and 49ers and the
Uh,
Giants and the Patriots? What in the effing hell, NFL? What did we do to deserve that? Are you
Panther.
trying to start our week off pissed?
Well, let's look at that week 12
Pardon my
schedule.
language. I apologize, but that's ticking me off.
Oh, that's going to get
Like, why
flexed.
would
They're doing it to mess with you,
you? Thank
Austin.
God.
Relax. They're good. You're good,
Thank
man.
God.
Because I'm going to be honest, there will be,
Dolphins,
because something to remember is I
go
don't
for
think
it.
people are not going to want to watch the Panthers on Monday Night Football. Sorry to the Panthers, but it's like, good God, they're pitiful, pitiful. But Monday,
Dolphins,
so
Steelers.
for
What?
Monday night, so for the flats schedules, you can flats Monday Night Football games any week from weeks 12 to 17, and
Mm-hmm.
the NFL has to decide in no less than 12 days. So luckily, you got
Mm-hmm.
Panthers 49ers for week 12, Giants Patriots
Uh-huh.
for week 13. Week 14, you
Mm-hmm.
got Eagles Chargers. Week 15, you got Dolphins Steelers, Colts 49ers. I don't want to see that moron Jim Irsay ever again. in week 6. I always got to say something about Ursay. Week 17 between the Rams Falcons. Now looking at the weeks 12 through 17 Monday Night Football games, which games are most likely to be flexed out of the Monday night lineup in your mind?
Well, Panthers 49ers, Giants Patriots, Dolphins Steelers. I mean, you could make a case, I guess, Colts Niners, especially if the Colts are. I mean, the Colts are in contention, I think, to win their division, so that could mean something. But I think the two big ones are Giants, Patriots, Panthers, 49ers, and Steelers, Dolphins.
I mean, if the owner is sober enough, then maybe the Colts compete for the AFC South. I don't know. They're crap.
Now, I do got to say this, though. Jets, Dolphins on Monday night. What the F, Mr. Goodell? With all due respect, you do realize Aaron Rodgers is not walking back to the door, right?
That's just nuts.
Jackson, explain to me, what's with this Dolphins hype all of a sudden?
It's because the AFC East is crap.
Like the Dolphins don't seem to get this much coverage, but all of a sudden, here come the Dolphins. Like they're getting all the primetime games.
I mean, well, they got 5 primetime games this year. That's nuts.
Lord. Please, Tua, stay healthy. God forbid. Like, stay healthy for your family, but just for us as football fans, give us some entertainment. We cannot watch Mike McDaniels have another incompetent season with an offense without you, Tua.
Wow.
I mean, I got to say this, though, Jackson. What do you think of the Chiefs Jaguars in Duval? The Travis Hunter against lining up maybe across Travis Kelce with Chiefs Jags. What do you think about that game?
I don't think the Jaguars are going to have a shot against the Chiefs, obviously.
Okay.
It's like
honestly,
they're wasting Trevor Lawrence. They're going to be wasting Travis Hunter. That's just what I see with the Jaguars. I mean, you want to talk about an owner who has no idea what he's doing? Shad Khan does not know what he's doing.
Oh boy, I feel a classic Jackson rant coming.
Not tonight. I'll save it for another night.
Maybe another night. What about this, good buddy? Late in the season, Packers Eagles from Lambeau, a rematch from the season opener last year in Brazil. What do you think about that? The champs coming to Lambeau late in the year.
I like that. I like it.
Cowboys Raiders in Vegas could be fun.
Let's see where both teams are at. I like Pete Carroll at the Raiders. Don't get me wrong, but I feel
not buying it.
Yeah, no.
Not buying it. I got you. Okay.
Commanders
Commanders a rematch.
I like Commanders Chiefs though.
Yeah. I tell you, Lions Ravens from Baltimore. That might be a pinball machine type game. First one to 40 wins. I'll say this too, Jackson. What do you think about? Oh, go ahead.
I don't like Jets Dolphins on Monday night, but go ahead, good buddy.
Yeah, a Texans Seahawks could be fun. Eagles Chargers. What do you think of the Cowboys Cardinals, Jackson? I know you're very skeptical on the Cardinals. What do you think about that?
The Cardinals need to go back to what worked before. Honestly, they need to just go get the QB that's close to retirement. I mean, Arizona's a retirement home. I mean, it's like I got nothing against Kyler, but I'm just not seeing him as a playoff QB.
Joe Burrow against Bo Nix, Bengals, Broncos in Denver, a rematch from last year on this time in prime time on Monday night. Bo Nix, another chance to rise to the occasion against one of the best QBs in the league. Another big opportunity. What do you think about that, Jack?
I do like seeing Butts Lions. That's pretty good.
Buccaneers Texans, that could be fun.
I like it.
Over Bills Falcons in Atlanta. Oh Lord,
I swear,
that
like
could get ugly.
You know, all these people putting the Steelers on primetime a bunch. I think they're counting on Aaron Rodgers
Aaron
signing
Rodgers.
with the Steelers.
Yeah, Jackson. I think they know something that we don't. And they're just not telling us yet. But Jackson, which ones are you looking forward to the most, and which ones are you least looking forward to? Like we did with the other two.
Well, the ones I'm looking forward to the most are the Commanders Chiefs. What else? Packers Eagles. That's gonna be fun. And the Raiders Chargers. That's gonna be a fun one.
What about you least looking forward to? What games are you dreading to watch?
Panthers 49ers.
Poor David Tepper. No love.
No, I don't feel bad for David Tepper. I feel bad for Bryce Young.
Poor Bryce Young. Not even Jackson will root for you now. But I will say this, though, good buddy. I'm looking forward to Lions, Ravens, Bengals, Broncos, Packers, Eagles, Cowboys, Raiders. I'm least looking forward to Panthers, Niners, Giants, Patriots, and probably Falcons, Bills. I don't have high expectations for the Falcons. I think they'll win 7, 8 games.
Why are they putting Jets in there? It's like,
yeah, this is Jackson. This is just bleh. Like, let me ask you, Jackson.
Are they trying to make Chris Berman suffer in his old age? Jesus God.
But I'll say this too, Jackson. Out of all three of the primetime slates, Thursday, Monday, and Sunday night, which one was the best, in your opinion?
Well, I really like seeing the Commanders Chiefs. That's going to be a fun one. I really have high hopes for the Commanders.
But
and we got Cody at Broncos podcast said, "Go Broncos, fellas." What's up, Cody at Broncos? Good buddy. Danny Dallas Cowboys Lakers Let's Go says, "Hey guys, Danny is here in the building. What's up, good buddy? Thank you for tuning in."
What's up? But Jackson, we have a little history on our hands for week 1 free on YouTube for the whole world to watch.
Nice.
In Brazil, Chiefs,
no subscription.
Chargers. Nope. It's Mahomes, Herbert. What a way to kick off the international slate. What do you think about this, good buddy? And it's free for the world to watch.
Oh, I love it. I know this though. I know what my plans will be on Friday, September 5th.
And let me ask you this, Jackson. Is this a must-win for the Chargers?
Yes.
Because here's why I asked this, for anyone that's curious or anyone that is wondering why I'm asking this. because historically, Justin Herbert has not beaten Patrick Mahomes since he's came in the NFL. And the Chargers' new regime, Jim Harbaugh, they finally put the pieces around Herbert. This may be his best chance to get it done with the whole world watching. And as for the Chiefs, Jackson, this is business as usual for them.
Well, I think the
Go ahead.
Chargers have beaten the Chiefs at least. Well, they beat them once in 2020, and they beat them once in 2021. But it's always a close one, usually.
Yes. Correction. You are right, Jackson. Yes. They have beaten. Yes.
Like Justin Herbert's always given Pat Mahomes a battle.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You can always count on, Jackson, that you can always count on the game being really good. I mean, I remember our phone call when the Chiefs and Chargers were on Sunday Night Football. And I remember, Jackson, you were a little upset because you were like, why is this on Sunday Night Football? Why? And then the incredible game happened when the Chiefs doinked their way to the division, as Mike Tirico called it. So it was another one of them, as you say, Jackson, another one of your learning lessons of don't complain about the Chiefs being in prime time.
Well, and I think actually,
go ahead.
I think I know I've been at about like the Raiders being a Christmas Day game. Where I think it was something about like Chiefs Raiders being on primetime, but then it was like, oh well, this is what I get. Yeah.
But I want to say this though, Jackson.
Oh man, that's so funny. Darrell, he says Chiefs have to go all the way out to Brazil because the Chargers can't bring out a crowd in their home games. Most of the analysts can't even remember that the Chargers are in Los Angeles. Like it's like 8 years, and they're still saying, "Oh, San Diego Chargers." Like, sir, that's Los Angeles Chargers.
But Jackson, here's the thing, though. You know, it's a tradition. It's one of the best times. It's tradition. After a nice big helping of turkey, mama's mashed potatoes, and dinner rolls, and a nice slice of sweet old pumpkin pie, there's nothing better than watching the Thanksgiving slate, especially if you're a Cowboys or Lions fan. And Jackson, we have a heck of a slate on our hands this year. We've got Love and Goff. We've got Mahomes in Dallas. We've got Burrow and Lamar in primetime. Jackson, talk about eating good and then going to the TV and sitting and watching the masterpieces that these games are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, because like the Packers Lions Thanksgiving Day, Chiefs Cowboys, that's going to be cool. The Bengals Ravens, I'm really looking forward to Bengals Ravens the most. So that'll be fun.
Like, listen, Jackson, Packers Lions is always a fun game because it's divisional rival and there's always something extra to it. Chiefs, Cowboys, we don't play each other that often. I'm looking forward to it because, and I know Darrell's in the chat, I'm sure he's listening, and I want him to hear this. I'm looking forward to playing the Chiefs because they are the measuring stick. If you can get past Mahomes, if you can beat Mahomes, you've made it. Your team is legitimized. Your team is for real. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, seeing where we are at this point. But the Bengals Ravens, Jackson, you remember last year the classic they produced on that Thursday night game. Remember that, Jackson?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Listen, Darrell, listen. With all due respect, you're probably going to beat us, yes. I'll say that right now. If I had to pick right now, I would say the Chiefs. But with the additions of George Pickens and our new O-line, I think it's going to be a competitive game. So we'll have to see. But what do you think, Jackson? Chiefs, Cowboys. What's your take on it? You're an unbiased party in this.
I really feel like the Chiefs are really going to be making big plays against the Cowboys, and it's right now. I think it's a double-digit win, but I'm really keeping my eye on the Ravens Bengals the most.
Jackson, you're fixated on that game. What is it about that game that's got your attention besides Lamar and Joe?
Bengals Ravens, man. It's like they're always a huge matchup. Chiefs by 14.
And Darrell says, yeah. And Darrell, and you even hear me say it right now, I would pick the Chiefs too, just based off who's the better quarterback. Like, and this is me taking the glasses off. Mahomes is the best quarterback. But I do think we can give the Chiefs problems. But I'll say this, Jackson. Let me ask you this before we move on to our next slate here. Can the Packers contend with the Lions in the North?
That NFC North division, it's going to be ugly for everybody else. That's going to be one of the most competitive divisions you see in all of pro football. Like the Lions, I think they're going to have to make sure they not only win the North division, but they better win the NFC this year. As for the Packers, I can't help but feel like we're going to see Jordan Love making that magic.
And Jackson, normally what is a NBA tradition, Roger Goodell and the NFL have decided the NBA makes good money off this. Why don't we start making some money? And that's playing on Christmas Day, Thursday, December 25th. We got Cowboys, Commanders, Lions, Vikings, and Broncos, Chiefs on Christmas. So after you're done opening up presents, being with your loved ones, we've got Christmas basketball and football to watch. And if the Nuggets play on Christmas, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself because I'm going to be having the phone, the tablet, watching all screens. But what do you think of this Christmas slate, Jackson?
Honestly, I like seeing the Lions Vikings on Christmas Day. I think that's going to be a great one.
I do too.
And
what do you think about
the Broncos Chiefs? I don't think you're going to hear me complain about that again. It's like you're not. I had a venting session a couple years ago about Raiders Chiefs being on Thanksgiving Day. Christmas Day, but that was when Josh McDaniels was the head coach. And then I watched the game. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that again. Honestly, I can see the Chiefs being that Christmas Day team. Like every year where you see Chiefs on Christmas Day, and you're going to see plenty of magic. The Commanders, they're going to make life hell for everybody in the NFC East.
I mean, here's my thing, Jackson. I'm looking forward to it because I feel very confident that we can beat the Commanders. Like, I know people say they should scare you, but here's the thing. We went into FedEx Field and beat them last year, and that was with a backup, a beat-up O-line, a defense that was giving up points left and right, and we were able to beat them. So, So the Commanders don't scare me as much as the Eagles do. Like the Giants and Commanders, I respect them, but I don't fear them. The Eagles, I fear them a little bit because the Eagles are that darn good. They're the Super Bowl champs. They are the standard. They are what, if you're not on the Eagles level, they're going to run you over. Now, Broncos Chiefs, I feel like this is just another one of them to get Patrick Mahomes in prime time on a holiday.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the Chiefs, they own the AFC West. And I know Darrell's going to love to hear that, but it's the truth.
Well, I mean, like that's true though, but Cowboys have the second most primetime games out of everybody in the
With
NFL.
six.
Yeah, it's like, let's see
Well,
what the
we are
Cowboys.
America's team. And we made a little history too, Jackson. We're the first team in NFL history to play 4 Thursday night games.
Well, yeah, because people want to see on Thursday night. I mean, there's people that really love the Cowboys, and there's people that love to hate the Cowboys. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the old dog, and I'm just the old dog playing quiet mouse in the corner.
Mm-hmm. And to this comment here, I'm not discrediting the Commanders. I want you to understand that. I'm not discrediting them whatsoever. I think the Commanders could build off a great year. I respect them, but I don't fear them. I got the Commanders going 10-7, 11-6 in that ballpark. Do I think they're legit Super Bowl contenders? I'm not quite sold on them yet. Because of the simple fact of it was Jaden Daniels' rookie year, and there wasn't very many blueprints out there on him. And we all know, and sometimes in the second year, the sophomore slump comes in. But I like the Commanders. Don't take it as disrespect or anything like that. I think they're going to be really good, and I hope they are for our division's sake.
Oh yeah.
And he asked, "Is it just me, or does it seem Lions always have a tough schedule?" Yeah, I have noticed that, Jackson. The NFL does love to see the Lions play the best teams.
Yeah. I love what Dan
Mm-hmm.
Campbell's bringing out in Detroit. Kevin O'Connell's making that magic for the Vikings.
Don't put too much Orange, Jackson. Since I'm put. Wow, you have a lot of confidence. I bleed Orange. I'm putting everything on the Lions this year. I think they break through. Oh, listen, I thought last year the Lions might win the Super Bowl. I legit did. But they lost Aaron Glenn. Ben Johnson's gone. Oh boy. Jackson, what do you think? You take this.
I tell you this, if the Lions don't make it to Super Bowl this year, there's going to be a lot of people asking, will they ever make it to Super Bowl? But I will say the Christmas Day games, it makes me feel like it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens.
Mm-hmm. And Jackson, someone agrees with you on Dan Campbell, which I love Dan Campbell too, especially when he bites the kneecaps. But Jackson,
they'll chew him up like a chicken nugget.
But Jackson, America's Game of the Week on Fox. You know, if Sunday Night Football isn't appeasing you, guess what? You can listen to Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi, and Kevin Burks call America's Games of the Week. And here are some of the more notable games of that week. Eagles-Chiefs, Jackson, a Super Bowl rematch in week 2. Talk about starting the fireworks off early. What do you think of this, Jack?
Chiefs-Eagles makes total and perfect sense. The Cowboys-Bears, I want to see more from both those teams. But I think Fox does too. I mean, they want to see more of them before everybody turns to Bob's Burgers or Family Guy. Oh, right. Family Guy's weekdays. That shows you how much I've lost track, kid. But Lions Bengals week 5, that's going to be fun. Everybody wants to see the Commanders. That's going to be fun. Well,
yeah,
Orange. We will definitely get to that in a little bit. So the flex scheduling for the week games, Sunday afternoon games, they're eligible to be moved Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights. But they could also be moved between 1 and 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time or 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. But
Yes.
yeah, so they can be they're listed at those times. But Eagles
So,
Cowboys, man, they
I
really
mean, it's
love
a
those
classic
Cowboys.
rival.
Well, yeah.
Like Jackson, even if you dislike the Cowboys, you can always bet Eagles Cowboys is going to steal the show that week. Like, it's just what it is. Rams Lions. Can Stafford finally put his demons to rest and beat his former team? Or is Dan Campbell, does Jared Goff have Sean McVay's number? What do you think about that game, Jackson?
I honestly feel like the Rams are going to be running the show for the NFC West. That's what I think. The Lions Rams are pretty
Okay.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't think Dane's happy with my taste. Look, I want to see the Cowboys succeed. I just wish that Jerry Jones wasn't the owner, or at least he'd hire a general manager and stop letting his ego get ahead of him.
Here's the thing. Yeah, Lions Rams at 1:15, which is 4:15 Eastern, 3:15 Central. So it's an early game for West Coasters.
Yeah, Frank Paco 503 is in the Pacific time, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed,
Jackson.
I agree, Danny.
Yes, absolutely. Another game, Jackson. Bengals Bills on Fox. Normally that's a CBS exclusive. I wonder if that's one of those cross matchups where they do it every year where normally what would be a CBS game, Fox gets it, and what normally would be a Fox would be a CBS game. What do you think about that?
It's all right with me.
You don't mind it. You don't mind it. Well, and I got to say this too, Jack. If you look at this, I mean, Lions Bengals, another interesting game in Cincy.
Yeah, I love that game.
I mean, out of this schedule here, Jackson, and then we'll move on to the CBS. What's your game of the week? Which one are you looking forward to?
I have to say the Super Bowl rematch week 2. I'm looking forward to that the most.
I would agree. I would say that, and maybe Cowboys Eagles just for the classicness of the rivalry. And once again, it may be a little biased because I am a Cowboys fan. I will preface that. But I think it's going to be a really good game. Now, Mr. Jackson, this should come as no shock, but one of the headline games, which is no shock to anybody, Chiefs Bills will be on CBS once again. Mahomes, Allen, Chapter 10. It's going to be one of the headline. Headline games.
Oh, I'm sure like it'll be the Bills beating the Chiefs in the regular season, and then the Chiefs win in the playoffs against the Bills again.
Mm-hmm. And as you see, they've put it out so poetically. Chiefs Bills Part 10 in Buffalo for Week 9. The headline game when everyone's talking about Mahomes and Allen once again. And like you said, Jackson, it's another one of them. Josh Allen's going to win the game, and then they're going to meet the postseason, and then Mahomes is going to do what he always does. Unfortunately. And I know if DeReal's here listening, he's not sweating this game.
Yeah, because I mean, like
I
the
mean,
Bills will beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but then like the Chiefs will win in the postseason against the Bills. Like it happens every year.
yeah, I know, right? Like, I get Tony Romo and Jim Nance love to call this game, but like, what in the world? Like, why do we keep getting Chiefs Bills in the regular season? Holy snikes. Anywho,
Well,
so
I mean,
here's the
like
full. Mhm.
at
Go
least we
ahead,
should have
Jackson.
it later. At least we should have it later in the season. But I mean, that's okay. It's always good to watch Chiefs Bills. I believe Orange says at this
So,
point he believes the Bills could care less about the regular season. Does matter. They have to break through the Chiefs. Couldn't agree more.
yes. And obviously, Jackson, this is the CBS schedule, the 1 o'clocks and the 4:25s. Packers Lions head the 4:25 slate. Raiders Patriots at 1 p.m. on the opening Sunday. Good Lord have mercy. Anybody that's going to have to watch that, I pray for you. I pray for
I
you.
gotta, I gotta look at this for a moment. So you know how there's always like the local listings games for the NFL? Like, can't they just like? I
Yeah.
wish they could at least get up with the times a little bit. I mean, March Madness did by saying, "Hey, we're gonna have these three other networks share March Madness." Do the same thing with the NFL. It's like you would think they do something like that, and if David Zaslav had any sense, he would consider doing that with the NFL, but he's not. So, oh well. He's a moron that's going to continue like burning Warner Brothers to the ground. So,
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing too, Jackson. I mean, you got Texans, Rams, Packers, Lions. I mean, Steelers, Jets at 1 p.m. Good Lord. Dolphins, Colts, which I get every Colts game where I'm at. So, week one, got a couple good ones in there. Hopefully, week two's better. Oh, yes. We got Jaguars, Bengals. That'll be fun. There's your Titans, Jackson. We're going to see Cam Ward against that Rams defense. What do you think about that?
just get it over with, Rams. Just let the Titans have their cigarette in the blindfold
Jackson.
first.
So Jackson, that's how you feel, huh?
Yep, I'm afraid so.
That's how you feel. Uh-huh. Not much
Well,
enthusiasm from Jackson on that one. But
no.
mhm.
Well, and I believe Orange was
Broncos Colts in the
asking
405. Mm-hmm.
I believe Orange was
Go
asking
for it, good
about
buddy.
whether Henry Ruggs deserves another shot in the NFL. No, I think
Uh-huh.
he screwed up his shot. He basically pissed it all away. I think somebody else that's like trying to better themselves, like say from the spring league in the UFL or somebody from the Canadian Football League, they deserve a second shot more than Henry
Uh-huh.
Ruggs, honestly. And I say that about anybody. Like anybody that's like balling out in the spring in the UFL, they deserve a shot. Anybody
Mm-hmm.
that's like balling out in the CFL, they deserve a shot. I just don't think Henry Ruggs should be no. It's like you're never gonna like one thing you'll never see me do, I believe, Orange, is defend someone because they're on my favorite team. If someone is innocent and they're truly innocent, I will defend them to the death. But if someone is guilty and I know they're
Mm-hmm.
guilty, like what Henry Ruggs did in that car wreck, where he was killing somebody and fighting the cops and all that stuff, then no, I don't feel bad for Henry Ruggs. I mean, he pissed away his whole life, honestly. And I hope he learns from that situation, like when he gets out of prison. And I honestly, I have no words, honestly, for him. And it's like it was a
But
tragic situation for those people that died in that wreck. That's the way I look at it. Agreed, I bleed
mhm.
orange.
But
But
on a
back to
better
the
note,
lineup. But back to the lineup. Sorry about that.
yes, so you're good. So week 3, Jackson, not too much going on. I mean, the 405 window. I mean, Broncos, Chargers, good divisional game. Saints, Seahawks, Bengals, Vikings, a college
That-
reunion of Chase, Jefferson, and Burrow in
yes.
Minneapolis.
Love it.
That's going to be a fun reunion game. Especially, we're going to see where they're at. Colts, Titans. I guess if you're a fan of those teams, you'll love it. Week 4, Saints, Bills, Commanders, Falcons, a rematch of the Sunday night game. Ravens, Chiefs, and Arrowhead, a rematch of the season opener last year. Can Lamar finally put the demons to rest and beat Mahomes? We'll see Bears, Raiders in Vegas. Week 5, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Titans, Cardinals. Ooh, Texans, Ravens, Broncos, Eagles. They're cooking up something here. Then we go to week 6. Okay. Bengals, Packers. Oh, gosh. Saints, Patriots. Why do that to the people in the late window? Why? Listen, I'll be rooting for Tyler Shuck, but who wants to watch the Patriots? This isn't Bill Belichick. Anywho, oh gosh, the Patriots Titans, Mike Vrabel's return. Oh
Well,
dear
that's good.
God.
Well, it's a good thing they're putting it at noon/1 p.m. Better than putting it at the later afternoon slot. So I gotta give him that.
I'm surprised they didn't make I'm surprised they didn't make that the Sunday night football game, knowing the NFL.
God.
Raiders, Chiefs, that could be fun. Colts, Chargers, oh gosh, Giants, Broncos, yeah. Week 8, Jets, Bengals, Bears, Ravens could have some sizzle to it. Cowboys, Broncos in Denver. Titans, Colts in the late window. Week 9, Colts, Steelers. Oh, that's going to be like a 6-3 type S game. Good Lord. Chargers, Titans in Nashville. Giants, 49ers. Ooh, Chiefs, Bills, the headliner. Jaguars, Texans. Oh gosh, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Buccaneers. Cardinals, Seahawks, Browns, Jets in week 10. Oh heavens. Steelers, Bengals. Chiefs, Broncos in Denver. Ravens, Browns. That always seems to be a really good divisional game. Patriots, Bengals, week 12. Colts, Chiefs. Browns, Raiders, Jaguars, Cardinals. Oh, this is a dumpy. Thanksgiving, of course. And then Sunday. Woo, Bills, Steelers, Jackson. And then Raiders, Chargers. Jaguars, Titans after Thanksgiving. Steelers, Ravens, Broncos. Ooh. Sunday, December 7th is looking like a sloppy slate, Jackson. I wonder if the same rule applies as it does in college. In college, maybe we'll see an upset or two. What do you think, good buddy?
I guess we'll wait and see.
Week 15, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Packers, Broncos, Colts, Seahawks in Seattle. I think that could be a little fun game. Like, let's not discount that. Week 16, Chiefs, Titans, Bills, Browns, Steelers, Lions, Raiders, Texans. Week 17, get out of here, ad. To be determined. Oh, Patriots, Jets, Steelers, Browns could be a fun game. Saints, Titans, and then, of course, the closeouts. All in all, Jackson, it's what you expect on your late window. You get the bad stuff at the beginning, like hepatitis. The bad stuff hits you first, and then it gets better as time goes on. But Jackson, before we head out for the night, you want to go across the borders and the ponds and whatever else and hit up some international games. Do you want to get some culture? Because the NFL's certainly doing that. You know what, Jackson? Why not? Let's give it a shot. The NFL is doing big business. They're going to Dublin. They're going to London. They're going to St. Pablo in Brazil. They're going to Berlin in Germany, Madrid. What do you think about this, Jackson?
I like it.
I noticed the Vikings are on here twice.
They only get 7 true road games.
Yeah. I mean, out of this lineup here, which one are you looking forward to? Like, which one's catching your eye?
Chiefs, Chargers.
That's fair. Rams, Jaguars, to me, is speaking to me right now. I don't know why, but it's speaking to me. Like, it's interesting. I mean, Jackson, could we see something like this for college football? Where instead of just going to Dublin once a year, we could see them go to London, Madrid, Berlin, Saudi Arabia. What do you think? You think college football could take on a life of what the NFL is doing?
Yeah, at some point they probably will. I'm gonna have to be sold on it a little more with college football. I mean, I like the Ireland games, but I need to be sold on it a little more.
That's fair. I mean, let me ask you this, Jackson. I mean, obviously, I know you're excited about Chiefs Chargers, but what about Commanders Dolphins? Does that strike your fancy at all?
No.
I mean, like, work with me here, Jack. Work with me here. Give me something, good buddy. Give me something. Are you excited for the Vikings Steelers?
Yes.
Okay, good. I mean, what about Falcons Colts?
No.
Okay.
They kind of put like some of these games are just kind of like the bottom of the barrel. They're kind of putting them there in the international locations because like they're not putting Chiefs Bills on there. They're not going to do that. They're not putting Packer. They're not going to put Packers Lions there.
Mm-hmm. But I'll say this though, Jackson. We went over the Christmas, Thanksgiving. We've covered all the big stuff, but I think it's only apropos. Before we get out of here, we're going to cover the Titans and Cowboys schedules, and we'll take requests from the audience of any schedules y'all would like to see or any certain game y'all want us to talk about. But we'll start off with your Titans, good buddy. We don't have to make a prediction. We won't have to do none of that. Just kind of take a look at it, and you let me know your feeling, Jackson.
Well, they are
runway. Do what you want.
Well, they are one of the 3 teams not to have a primetime game going this season. The other 2 are the Browns, Saints. But I feel like the only way to go.
Looking at this schedule, Jack. So, Jackson, as a Titans fan, looking at this schedule, what do you like? What do you dislike? Talk us through it. This is your moment, good buddy.
I just want to see them beat the Colts, honestly.
What do you think about it? At Denver to open up the season. You like going to Denver, Bo Nix, or would you wish they would have started with a different team?
I like it. I'm a little I'm nervous about that home opener. I just wish it was against the Colts instead of the Rams.
Look at that stretch,
Dude.
Jackson. You got
3
at the
straight, bro.
Texans,
4
at the
straight, bro.
Cardinals.
4 out of 5 games on
Yeah,
the road from September 28th to October 26th. That's nuts. That's nuts.
yeah. I was just gonna ask, how do you feel about that? It seems like they kind of threw Cam Ward to the wolves there.
Now I know they're screwing with us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Well, they're
Oh
screwing with the
gosh,
Titans.
Jackson, your back half of your all schedule is awful. You've got the Niners, the Texans, the Chiefs, the Browns. Oh gosh.
Well, the Browns are trash. I'm not worried about them.
Looking at this schedule, Jackson, if the Titans don't start 6-2, 5-3, they may miss the playoffs if they had any shot.
Yeah.
Like, what's your expectation, Jack? Like, how many games do you expect to win? Looking at this schedule, 7.
I honestly feel like the Titans will win 6 of these games. I mean, like the Patriots are crap. The Colts, I've got nothing positive about them. The Jaguars, their stars are going to be wasted over there. Let's
What
go
scares
down.
me, Jackson? Yeah, this back half here scares me.
Jaguars suck. We don't really know about the quarterback room of the Saints. We don't know who's starter, and it's the first year of the Kellen Moore era. I mean, if there was Dennis Allen, I would say Titans win this one, but we're gonna wait to see what happens with the Saints. The Seahawks are an unsure item. I mean, if Sam Darnold's starting that game, oh yeah, Titans win this one.
Mm-hmm. Is there any chance, Jackson, not to cut you off, is there any chance y'all could go to San Francisco and beat the Niners?
That's 50-50.
Is there a chance the Chiefs come to Nashville and slip up?
90-10. We win 90-10 that the Chiefs win that one.
And the Darrell says, I'm expecting the Chiefs to take a step. They might only win 13 games. Look, Darrell, yeah, okay. We'll get to the Chiefs here in a minute. But anywho, Jackson, continue on.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting for 2025. Yes, I am.
You didn't know that, mean? I thought you made that apparent, Jackson.
That's all right. I think I just don't make myself as obvious as who I pull for sometimes.
You know what, Jackson? Since Darrell brought it up, you want to talk about the Chiefs before we move on to the Cowboys?
Oh, Chiefs gonna smack the Titans off the face of the earth.
Well, let's look at the Chiefs schedule, and then we'll talk about the Cowboys, and then we'll skedaddle if no one else has any other requests for schedules. So, the Chiefs schedule. Here we go. We're going to look at this unbiased, Jack, for Darrell's sake. As soon as ESPN gets done loading here. Here we go.
Sometimes you gotta use
obviously, they start off with yeah. So they start off with the Chargers. That's winnable. You would say that's winnable, right, Jack?
Oh yeah.
Eagles, the Super Bowl rematch, Giants, Ravens, Jaguars. Lions, Raiders, Washington, Buffalo, Denver, Indy, of course, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos. I see 11 wins. Unbiased. I see 11 wins. What about you, Jack?
14 wins for the Chiefs.
14. What? Okay. Okay, Jackson. Tell me who you think that they're going to lose to.
Commanders.
Okay.
Skip on down. I think the Bills get them. Then there's going to be a lot of people throwing the baby out with the bathwater on the Chiefs because, like, oh, they lost to the Lions and they lost to the Commanders. I mean, not Lions, the Bills. My bad. But
so you got them losing 3.
I think they're going to be resting all their starters going into the last game of the season. But they already got the 1 seed and everything. They're sitting and chilling. They lose to the Raiders for a season finale.
So do you want me? So do you want me to give where I have the Chiefs 6 losses at?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have them losing to the Eagles, unfortunately. There's one. I've got them losing to Detroit. I've got them losing to the Bills. I've got them losing to the Titans. I've got them losing to the Jaguars. And I think the Ravens get them. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're crazy, yada, yada, yada. I think the Chiefs are going to regress a little bit. And Jackson, I could see the Titans playing spoiler. Maybe the Chiefs are playing for something and Cam Ward has a breakout game. I think the Titans could win their division. Could. I'm not saying they will, but they could. The game's in Nashville, and the last time the Chiefs came to Nashville, they got their butt handed to them. I think Chiefs are 11-6. Thank you, BB. Yes, I am crazy, but you know what? I haven't lost common sense just yet. But now, on to the real winners here, Jack. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Let's talk about the team that's going to go to the Super Bowl. Shall we? No, but in all seriousness, though. Listen. Like, I hope the Cowboys do go to the Super Bowl, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Like, I know Jackson, as a good friend of mine, we text, call, all that good stuff. Every time the Cowboys win a big game and I start to get hyped, Jackson's always there to bring me back down to earth. He's like, good buddy, you're dealing with Jerry Jones. This is only temporary. And Jackson, as a friend, I appreciate that honesty.
Welcome, man.
Okay, so Cowboys start off at Philly. Obviously, it's going to be a prove-it game. Then we got the Giants at the Bears, Packers on Sunday night, at the Jets, at the Panthers, Commanders, Broncos, Cardinals, Raiders, Eagles again, Chiefs, at Detroit, Chargers, Vikings. I see 10-7 right now. What about you, good buddy? You don't see 10 wins?
No. I think they're above the Giants.
Okay.
I feel like the Commanders and Eagles are going to be taking turns making the Cowboys their punching bag, unfortunately.
Okay. So, Jackson, I'll tell you who I have them beaten, and stop me when you disagree with one, okay?
Okay.
I think they'll beat the Giants week 2.
Okay.
I think they'll beat the Bears in Soldier Field. I think they'll beat beat the Jets in Carolina. I think they'll beat the Commanders the first time around in Dallas. I think we beat the Cardinals. They're 6. I think we go to Vegas on a Monday night off a bye week and we beat the Raiders. There's 7. I think we beat the Vikings. There's 8. I think we beat the Giants again. And then I think we beat the Chargers. There's 10.
What do you have the Chargers and Vikings? That's my question.
This is what I'm asking. Do you have any problem with any of those 10 wins I just listed?
I've got plenty of questions about the Vikings ones.
I have us losing to the Vikings. Just so you know that. I don't think we're going to beat them.
The Chargers
historically.
I've got questions about the Chargers one though.
What's your question? Fire away. I'm all ears.
Where do you think Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh will go for 2025?
I think they'll make the playoffs, and I think there'll be a wild card exit again. My way too early prediction.
Oh, man. I don't think we're ever going to see Harbaugh get that Super Bowl, are we?
Probably not. But Jackson, not to skip over B Bean's question here. This is for you, good buddy. So I'll hand the floor to you and your knowledge of your wisdom of the Titans. I bow out. Take it away, good buddy.
Yes, they will. But I think the better question is, who's going to be the starter in Cleveland?
Yeah, that is a good question.
That's a trash heap. Oh, man.
And Clint Moses over here is drinking the Seahawk Kool-Aid. Oh, boy. Listen, I could see the Ravens making the Super Bowl, but the Seahawks? Come on, Clint. Listen, I know we're all a little biased and we all love our teams, but come on. Come on. If that's the case, the Cowboys are going to win it all. Like, we don't want to start this because then Jackson will have to kick me off the air and he'll cuss me out. We don't want that.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. You're good.
And this Jackson, this is where your venting session will start. Imagine getting a primetime slot, but it's behind a paywall.
I don't really blame people for not wanting to spend their money on that, honestly. I really don't. Like, I'll take one for the team and put up with it, but I know not everybody's like me. Not everybody's like me, and they're going to go, oh, well, I'm going to suck it up and pay for this app or pay for that app just to watch this game or that game. I would not expect people to do that stuff. That's like that kind of stuff.
Clint Moses, he says, bet the barn on it. Clint, have you never been to Vegas? You don't ever bet the barn or the farm on it. What's wrong with you, Clint? That's just
I need to go to Vegas. I need to go to Vegas at some point in my life.
Oh, gosh. Like saying bet the barn on it. That's basically asking Vegas to take your money. You don't bet the barn, the farm, and you don't bet the house. Like, bet everything else. You could bet the dog. You could bet the woman. You could bet your lovely wife. Bet your kids. That's fine. But if you bet the barn on it, you lose it. Like, I'm sorry. It's just bad. Like, if Jackson says right now, I'm going to bet the farm that the Titans are going to win 8 games, the Titans are not going to win 8 games. It's just a known jinx. Like, if I bet the farm on the Cowboys to win the division, it's not going to happen.
B Bean, we were talking about Clint Moses' comment about primetime slots, but it's getting paywalled behind ESPN Plus. Yeah, that I was saying, like, I wouldn't expect to. I would not expect anybody to be spending their money because they feel like they got to. Like, no. Because, like, the customer is what really makes the NFL. That because, like, if you're expecting everybody to spend all their money on Peacock, Netflix, Amazon Prime, ESPN Plus, Paramount Plus, it's insane. Not a whole lot of people are gonna want to do that, and you shouldn't expect them to. It's like you don't want that. And Rough Rider Return says, "Hi, gents, take care. Thank you for tuning in, good buddy. We appreciate you coming on in, Rough Rider." And Frank Paco 503 says, "If the Raiders could get a good team, I'd like to go to Vegas too." I think I plan on going to Vegas at some point in my life, whether the Raiders have a good team or they don't. Honestly, I just want to see what Vegas is like. I've had like a few people tell me, "Don't go, don't ever go there. It's full of it's full of this, full of that." It's like I'm okay with it, honestly. I want to go see everything. Oh yeah, Texans Seahawks. That was the game you were talking about. It's all right. Hey, maybe we can figure out something. Maybe we can figure out something.
And Clint Moses says, bet on the Cowboys not winning it. Now that's house money. Oh, very funny, Clint. Very funny. I see you're trying to get me going here. And I'm not going to let it happen. See, I'm going to be the bigger person and let that go, Clint. And Chiefs over 16 wins. DeRue, would you stop with your Chiefs propaganda? We all know Patrick Mahomes is the greatest of all time. Would you cut it out? Listen, I understand you're upset that I picked the Chiefs to lose 6 games, but you're still going to go to the Super Bowl. Like, would you cut it out, DeReal? Like, golly. See, Jackson, this is what's wrong. The Chiefs fans finally are successful, and they don't know how to handle themselves. Ridiculous is what it is. Yes, I bleed orange. I think Brady is the GOAT too, but I'm just appeasing the Chiefs fans. For heaven's sake.
Agreed. Vegas is good.
But anywho, Jack, before we head on out of here, Jack, I want to go back to the Lions schedule because I believe there was a question earlier. Have we seen the Lions schedule yet? So let's look at it real fast, and then we'll scurry on out. Let's see what Dan Campbell's cooking up.
Agreed, Darrell. Agreed. I mean, there's good parts and bad parts to everything. That's the way I look at it. Pros and cons, right and wrong, good, bad, and the ugly.
So, here's the 2025 Detroit Lions schedule, biting them kneecaps. In their first game of the year, Jack, they're going to Lambeau.
But at least they have a breather
what do you
with
think
the
about
Browns.
that?
They at least have a breather with the Browns. Oh, it's the
Lord.
This year's the 68th anniversary of the 1957 NFL title game between Browns and Lions. Nope, we don't care. We're putting that on 1 p.m.
At the Bengals and at the Chiefs back-to-back weeks. Goodness gracious. 3 out of their 4, Jackson. At the Ravens, at the Bengals, at the Chiefs. Oh, my. Then they get the Buccaneers, which is not a reprieve game because the Buccaneers can win that game. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
The Lions are going to be suffering, man.
At the Commanders, at the Eagles. What the heck did they do to the schedule makers? That's a rough slate.
They won.
At least you get the Giants as a reprieve.
The North Division, they won it. That's what happened.
Then they got at the Rams still. I mean, this is looking like a bit of a rough schedule here, Jack. Is there a chance the Lions miss the playoffs? I know someone in the comments earlier, let me find it, asked us, is there a chance they miss it? Let me find it here. I mean, yeah, Daryl. I mean, what do you think, Jack? Is that a possibility? Are the Lions possibly going to miss the playoffs?
He's not wrong. I mean, there's always a team that made the playoffs from the previous season, always missing the playoffs somehow. I'm not saying it's going to be the Lions, but I'm just saying it could happen.
And I Bleed Orange asked us earlier, and we missed it. He said, "Can you guys give your prediction who will be the starting quarterback for the Saints?" So currently, the quarterback room, I believe, is Shuck, Jake Hayner, and Spencer Rattler. I believe it's the room right now. And Frank Pox says 503 said, "No, we're still going to be that good. We had a tough schedule last year." That's good. That's a good point. But as far as the Saints quarterback situation goes, I think it's Shucks to lose, in my opinion. What do you think, Jack?
Oof. We'll wait and see.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But Jackson, as always, it's always fun, especially when schedules get released. I mean, as you can see, as fans, we love it. I mean, well, unless you're a Titans fan, I mean, you're not very optimistic, good buddy. But we love it. It's what drives content for us, and we're looking forward to the NFL season. Cowboys Eagles will be around the corner, and before you know it, we'll be to the Super Bowl. But I will say this though, Jackson, there is one thing that will always be there that has no off season, has no time to take a break. Because listen, yeah, there's life things that get in the way. I know. But there is one thing that is a constant in our life when baseball's gone, when hockey's gone, when basketball and the NFL are all gone, in college football, when they all leave us, like our ex-wives did, and our kids. They all left us, took our money. But this will never do that to you. It will always be here and will support you. And that is Alabama at the voice of college football. It is that loving, nurturing puppy dog that will love you no matter what happens in your life. And this man right next to me is the biggest puppy dog I know. Jackson, tell the people what you got going on.
Well, we've got the Alabama call-in show Thursday nights. We're still getting some StreamYard issues figured out because, like, apparently it chose to do the mess around. But once we get it fixed, we will set up the next edition of the Alabama call-in show where Jeffrey and I take your calls on your takes on the Alabama Crimson Tide. And, of course, we have the 37th edition of Crimson Tide Live, where Coach Burt's Jeffrey and I, Coach Burt's and I this week went over our take on Josh Jacobs going on busing with the boys. Was he going to go to Missouri? Tune in to find out. We go over our wide receiver Mount Rushmore. We go over a whole lot. Nick Saban's new role in the NIL commission. How's he feeling about it? More on that all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And pretty soon, you're going to see another poll, whether we go over who our greatest, which Mount Rushmore do you want us to do next? Defensive line, linebacker, cornerback, safeties. We'll put it all out in the next poll on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And we're 17 subs away from the magic number 2,600. I mean, yeah, Texas and Oklahoma have us beat. But somebody needs to remind Texas and Oklahoma, Alabama still runs the SEC. And the perfect way to do that is by getting Alabama with the Voice of College Football to 3,000 subs and so much more. We are 417 subs away from the magic number 3,000. Let me tell you something, folks. You'll be in for a wild ride from Coach Birch, Jeffrey, and myself, Mondays and Thursdays, all right there on Alabama with the Voice College Football, and from Mania Brady on the Alabama Primetime Live Show, Tuesday nights, all right there. I really don't care. It's like I'm not really there watching. It's like I'm not messing around with coaches' wives or mistresses or it's like
Hold
I
on,
really don't.
Jack. Before we get back to a regularly scheduled program, Clint Moses, why in the we were having such a nice, polite conversation, and then you had to bring this up. Are you trying to get us on TMZ tomorrow? I mean, listen, Clint, we love you.
Relax, dude. Relax, dude. No one's putting us on TMZ. No worries.
Well,
We're not that
Jackson,
big.
I don't want to be stalked. People be thinking I'm a creeper. I could care less who they're having sex with in the sack, good buddy. But Clint over here had to ask us, can we name another one? No, because I don't pay attention. It's not my job to.
There we go. Don't worry, Darrell. We're still doing college shows. It's just that we weren't doing it tonight, and
Don't worry, Darrell. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Austin wanted to take it easy. Wanted to make sure I was taking it easy.
Yeah,
but
and this kind of came up last second. Like me and Jackson did not plan well for this. The next time you will see us, we will take your call. I promise you. And we will take your call next time. Don't worry, Darrell. We are still going to do call-ins. We love doing call-ins.
Absolutely.
Just last second thing. But Jackson, you know what else was? Oh, how do I don't even got a good transition for this. You take it from here. I'm flustered. Go for it.
Well, I've got episode 69 of the Jacksonian with Eric Cooper from Unfair Sports, where we talk a lot about the Sooners going into 2025. And 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time will be the 70th episode of the Jacksonian with Nathan Balmer Brown, the founder and host of CFB Mafia, where we go over our take on the BYU Cougars, the Big 12, our dream realignment scenarios, and what we wish they could be. We also go over what's the future of college football, what should be done and what shouldn't be done, who should be running college football. We go over it all on episode 70 of the Jacksonian with Nathan Balmer Brown himself. He is a go-to source in all of college football YouTube. I can tell you, you're going to want to hear from this guy. Some say he should do a BYU live show for BYU at the Voice College Football. I can tell you right now, there'll be a lot of people pushing for that. That's for sure. And for more and of course, also you see me collaborate with my good buddy Austin and my good buddy Will right here on this channel. And I'm 331 subs away from 1,000, and I can't do it without your help. I'd love to get to 1,000, and then once I get to 1,000 on this channel, then you'll really see some magic. I can promise you that. And for more updates
If you thought Mahomes magic was legit, wait till you meet Jack Magic. There we go. We're gonna slogan that Jack Magic. Yeah, because he's jacked, But anywho, Jackson, go ahead.
Well, I've got plenty of magic coming the way, and you're gonna see those non-sports episodes of the Jacksonian. I promise you, you're gonna see them, and I guarantee you're gonna love them. And for more updates on who I've got coming on Alabama at the Voice College Football, or on the Jacksonian, Or if you want to see my weekly calls on the Paul Feinbaum Show where the weekends are full of surprises, check me out on Jacksonville CFB on X/Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, Jackson Johnson 543908, and on Jackson Johnson 97 at Blue Sky for those that don't like X or Instagram for some reason. Come on in the Blue Sky. And B Bean is asking, is 669 better than? Oh man, I'm not gonna say the number because I don't want it to. I don't want Austin up like till 5 a.m. getting scared.
Listen, Jack. Listen. It doesn't scare me. I just don't like hearing that number because it brings bad luck. Like, a little story time about me is that y'all can tell I'm a very passionate person. I love the people that I'm around. I care about them. So when I see that number and I hear someone say it, I feel the worst for everybody. So I appreciate Jackson not saying that. But
there we go. Always for you, buddy. Always for you.
But I believe the 669 is I believe it is a good number. But yeah.
Well, 777. Now that's a good lot number right there.
Yes. That's the best number. That means good things are coming.
Let's find 331 people and get them over subscribing to Jackson Johnson 979 right here on YouTube. Austin,
yes.
What magic are you cooking up in your world?
So obviously this was not planned, but I had a lot of fun. And like Daryl asked, we are going to do more call-ins. Especially around college football season, picks and analysis, finals whistle. We'll definitely be doing that hopefully during the college football season. Those will be more call-in this year instead of hearing us yik yak. Even though I like hearing myself yik yak sometimes. It's that didn't come out right. Ignore that. But yeah, probably be editing. I've been editing some clips. I'll edit some clips of this and maybe make some shorts. And of course, you can find me on Twitter as well, doing whatever it is I do. And this is your cue, Jackson. This is your cue. Take it away.
Now it's 100 days to week 0. 105 days until week 1, 106 days till Colorado, Georgia Tech, Auburn, Baylor, 107 days till week 1 Saturday, 108 days till Notre Dame, Miami, South Carolina, Virginia Tech, and 109 days until the start of the Bill Belichick era in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, against the TCU Horned Frogs.
Mm-hmm. Which, since we're on the topic of it and we're getting close, me and Jackson, if you all would like, me and Jackson would make, if y'all want, we'll make predictions as well. If y'all would like to see that as well. Well, we'll make predictions for the SEC, the Big Ten, the ACC, the Big 12. We'll give our rundown. We'll pick conference champion. If y'all would like to see that, let us know. Or you want to see us cover media days, we'll do that. If there's any content y'all would like us to do or us to do on our personal channels, don't be afraid to tell us. If y'all want to see Jackson talk more about the Titans, tell him. If you want to see me talk more about the Cowboys or the Nuggets, feel free to. Like, tell us whatever content you would like to see. We're open to any and every idea. Heck, if you want us to go to Vegas and go in the strip club to interview a player, we will do that. But for the right amount of money. But, and he says, yes, we want predictions and your top 25. Okay, mark it down, Jackson. B-Bean wants predictions and our top 25. So, B-Bean, since you're loyal, you got it. When the field still comes out, me and Jackson will be right here for you. We'll give our top 25. We'll give predictions. Heck, we'll even break down team by team, player by player, if you would like. Even though it might take all night, but we will be dedicated to you.
There we go.
And B-Bean says, cool. B-Bean, anything for you. Even though you are a Gator guy and you try to make me kiss the royal Gator foot. But in all seriousness, but that's what I've got going on. And Jackson, as always, this was fun. Hopefully the Titans and Cowboys, maybe they'll both make runs to the Super Bowl for us. I doubt it, but hopefully they do. But with all that being said, we appreciate you. Thank you all for being here. The NFL and college football season is coming right around the corner before you know it, and there'll be more great content for you and lots of laughs and lots of late nights. As always, I'm Sports Talk with Austin. This is my good co-host, partner in crime, Bama loving, Titan kissing, car stealing, wheeling dealing, and kitty smuggling, Jackson Johnson, my co-host. And we wish you all a good night, sleep well, and a goodbye, and a go Cards.
And roll tide. Like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss another video or episode whatsoever. And we will see you soon. Good night, everybody.